Hi everyone, and welcome back to Coffee and Praise. I just wanted to do a quick health check-in, weigh-in, and that type of thing. Of course, I did not weigh in today, but when I did that was June 1st. So I did talk about this in another video, that I got a new scale from my insurance, a digital scale. So before I was doing weigh-ins at with an older scale. Hold on. Okay. I was using my in-law scale, which was like one of the old style scales, and it's a pretty old scale at that. So I was using that one, and I was also using the digital scale that my dad had, plus like data from doctor's appointments stuff, and they were all just a little bit different. And this one here, the older one, it's every time I would get off of it, it would be a little off. Either a pound or two over, sometimes one under, sometimes even before you get on it, it's one under or one over. So I was kind of guesstimating what it was then. But the reason I got this scale that I got is because it's going to be a lot easier for me to keep track, because it's also one of those that you can Bluetooth to your phone. And it's supposed to also help you or give you like your body mass index and all that type of stuff. I didn't get into that. I haven't even Bluetoothed it to my phone, but I did weigh myself on June 1st. And at that time, it was 200.4, which was kind of disheartening because according to the inside scale, I would have been at like 196-ish, 195. But since that time that I weighed myself, I was eating horribly, sugar, things that I shouldn't eat. So I knew I was kind of in for something like this. Plus, I know it has a lot to do with the meds that I'm taking, other illnesses and different things. So I knew there was going to be some of that. Now, I had done my measurements back in April. So I have lost in every area except the bicep. The bicep stayed exactly the same. So I think I figured this out, and I don't know where I wrote this down. But altogether, because this is how the book that I have has this set up. You do one side of your body. So I did the right side the last time, so I did the right side again this time. And you do the neck, the shoulders, the chest, let me see. Neck, shoulders, chest, the bust, the waist, the height, thigh, and the calf muscle. So in each one, or I guess I should say all together, I kind of figured out all together what I've lost in total inches with each, all of them put together was 10.25 inches. But just going by each one, in the neck area, I lost 3/4 of an inch. Shoulders, 1.5 inches. Chest was 3/4 inch. It's bicep. That was the one that stayed the same. Okay, bicep was the one that stayed the same. The waist, I lost like about 1.25 inch, I believe. Let me make sure. I wrote them down back here. And then in the hips, it was 2.5 inches. The thigh muscle was quite a bit. That was 6.5 inches. And I don't know if we did it wrong the first time or what's going on there. But which is good. I lost that. I mean, being 4'11" and being at the weight I was at the highest was 242. So there's a lot of, excess fat. So that was a good, but I want to work on that because I need to gain muscle in my legs. Because I notice I'm losing muscle as well, I think. And that's why I need to get an exercise routine in quickly. And in my calves, I lost 1/4 inch. So overall, I'm happy with that. But now it's time to really get serious and really get moving. And really, I want to work on strength training and just building muscle, because I notice with the pain and with just the overall issues that I have with arthritis and fibro and degenerative disc disease and all that kind of stuff, it's getting to be a little bit harder as I get older to deal with that, and to just deal with my balance issues and stuff like that. When I was going to physical therapy, like I had shared before, my balance did get better then, but of course I didn't keep up with what I should have been doing. So this month, my goal is to get some sort of routine going. So that was my goal last month too, and I didn't do it. So this is like, I really need to do it now. I have been walking a little bit more. Like today we went to El Dorado to take my husband's mom to her physical therapy appointment. So we went to the community center and we did a walk around. We had a picnic for lunch, and then we did another walk around before we left. And so that really does help. But I do want to do some kind of weight training type of thing, or something with resistance. And I do have the bands that I got from physical therapy. I have one, and I have one that I had from, I guess, from before. It might have been my mom's, that I'm going to start using for the resistance for different things, squats and stuff like that, because I really have issues with arthritis in my knees, and it just seems to be getting worse. But I know if I can build my muscle, that would help at least somewhat. And, just, I don't know how much that helps with the pain, but I think it would. And I think it would help just to have that strength again. So that's one thing I want to work on. So if you have any suggestions for routines or things that you do to build muscle, let me know in the comments below. So I'm hoping that this month I can at least get down to, I'm looking, probably I'm shooting for 190, which is a 10-pound loss, which is doable. I think I do have a 2-pound a week goal. So at least, I at least losing 8 pounds. If I can lose the 10, that would be great. And then, just kind of go from there. So by the end of summer, I'm hoping that I can be at least, let's see, maybe even like down to 170. So that would be great if I could do that in that short period of time. But if not, as long as I can continue losing, I will be fine with that, and continue just gaining more knowledge and learning how to just take care of myself better and get the nutrition that I need, the supplements that I need, the movement that I need, and the change in attitude about all of that kind of stuff. And hopefully that, if you guys are praying people, if you will just keep me in prayer for that, for strength to do it, for motivation to do it, for focus, because I tend to get distracted by other things that I'm doing, and I don't make that time for exercise. So one of my goals is to set an alarm. And actually after this video, I'll probably do that, and probably set something for like early morning, do like, an alarm to go for a walk around the yard or something. And then usually when I get up in the morning, I do get coffee, usually sit outside and talk to my dad. And then I write my morning pages. So sometimes the morning pages take me a little longer than they should, because of distraction, and just because sometimes my mind wanders and I just get lost in other thoughts, or I get busy doing something else in between. So what I want to do is, while I'm doing that, I want to set an alarm for my morning pages to, if I can be done, or at least in 20 minutes after I sit down to write, get up and stretch. And then maybe if I do sit down and do the rest of the morning pages, or do some painting or other journaling or watching a video or whatever it is, set another alarm for doing some squats or some something with the bands that I have, some of the stretches that I learned of PT. And then also I want to start setting schedules for decluttering along with that. And I think I can kind of put those together because there is certain things that I'm going to have to, go through and lift and, kind of just do it in small portions so that it doesn't affect me so bad. But I do have a lot to go through and I would like to get that done. Now this summer when I can, that way come fall and winter, everything will be decluttered and more organized. So that is my goal. Also, one other thing, if you guys will keep in prayer that I did a short the other day of our 4 oldest girls, our cats, and Daisy has really, really bad issues with her teeth. Ginny has gotten abscesses and we've had them removed and whatever they do for that, but it looks like she's having some issues with that again. And Sol and Cassie are also our older girls and they do have some issues with their teeth. Sol has lost a lot of weight. She's still eating. They're still active in everything they eat. They do all that, but you can tell that they're not feeling well. And so if you can keep that in prayer that for their health and also so that we can find some help to get them the veterinary care that they need, because for Daisy to check her teeth and they may possibly have to remove them, we're not sure. It's starting at $250 and that's just not something that we can do. So we did find one program in Santa Fe that may be able to help. I don't know if they will, but if you can just kind of keep that in prayer. And if you have any ideas for help that they do, like for animals, I know like they have insurance, thing like that, but we are not able to get that right now. But if you can just keep that in prayer, I know God can move mountains and he can make things happen and make miracles. So if they can, if he can heal them, and if he won't, if that's not in their, if that's not his will to heal them, but that he will open doors and just let us be able to get them the care that they need. So if you'll just keep that in prayer, and I really, really appreciate that. But that is it for this video, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. God bless you. Bye.